It is Wednesday right now, and I am here to talk to you about priorities. I know it's kind of different from, well, actually it's not. I probably talk about priorities all the time, but just not saying it's a priority. For instance, some people might have the priorities of being nice, doing school, and being active. These are the three priorities that I'm talking to you about today because they are beginning to feel very blah. Okay, for instance, doing school. That is not a real priority. If you go to school and turn something in, you're technically doing school. If you do school online and you turn something in, you're definitely doing school. Doing school and achieving in school are two totally different things. I have a wonderful friend, whom will remain nameless for this video, who has told me that it is getting harder and harder to do the least in school and to get by. I love them with all my heart. And they were in school with me, and they know how hard I work, and they commented on that, and that's just an idea of what I'm talking about. You can be in school, but doing school isn't achieving anything. Okay, you can go through 4 years of high school, you can go through 12 years of regular school, you can go through college, but if you go through with doing the minimum of the work, then getting that college degree at the end, that diploma, that signed seal, is nothing compared to what it would have meant to you if you would have actually tried or have gotten into something that you would have wanted to try. For me, school is getting more and more do the least so you can succeed in the end. I hate that so much. This is because of being tired, hoping that there's something else more fun to do, wanting to be around people my age, just different things that are making me just do school. I can show you some of my projects that I did spend a lot of time on, but the time that I spent on it is not as productive as the time I could have spent on it. For instance, you might know me on Facebook, so just look on Facebook and see one of my projects that actually didn't get sent in. It was 35 hours of hard work, and when I say 35 hours, I mean about 35 hours I counted, okay? And this piece was so hard to figure out all of it, and it was just too big to be sent in, and I didn't know how to do something with it, and so there was just a lot of things that if I were to have done it now, I would have been able to do it. I would have been able to send it in, but anyway, it was really good. And what I'm sending in now is so mediocre. If I was to do it with pen and paper, it would have looked so much better than what I do on the computer with it, and I'm really disappointed in myself. Another thing is being active. Now, being active, to me, is feeling active instead of sleeping. Like, for instance, if I know that I'm tired, like really, really, really tired, I will turn on the television and convince myself that this is being active. I will say to myself, I can't go to sleep, I can't go to sleep, I can't go to sleep. Why? There is no reason. There is no reason that I have to stay awake. I don't have little kids to watch. I don't have a dog of my own. I don't have cats of my own. I don't even have people around that actually that I can talk to, okay? Most of the time. And so me staying up for absolutely no reason is getting on my nerves, okay? Just so you know. Being active is what people usually mean when they say, oh, go to the park, go to the mall, go somewhere, do something, meet people, interact, do whatever. And so lately I actually have been being active, but being active has counteracted with me doing school. And those of you that have mentored me or have been my parent, I'm sorry that you're hearing this now. I am getting everything turned in, but like I said, it feels so mediocre that it's almost like, what's the point? And I want to be able to show it to people my own age that, or not even my own age, just people that are in what I do, so that I can have something to do it for. Someone to say, you know, that looks kind of plain to me. Why don't you do something else with it? Or, you know, you could do it this way. I like it better like that. Something, just anything, and that's more helpful. I asked my sister, and that helped me a ton, okay? and so just talking to people, if you're in online school, you know, raise of hands, then just ask somebody. Go to a coffee shop, walk over to somebody. Everybody's crazy in a coffee shop anyway, okay? Just walk over to somebody that you've never met before. Say, hey, I'm doing this project. Look at this for me. Could you just look at it a little while and see what you think? Tell them a little bit about it. Hey, maybe you'll make a new friend. Doesn't matter. Just do it. Also, being nice. This has gotten on my nerves this month. Oh my gosh. If you've ever spent time with me, most of the time you'll say that I'm nice. Okay, I talk to everybody. If you've worked with me, you figured out that I know just about everyone, at least in my own little town. Now it is a lot different. I barely know anybody, and I don't feel right in my own skin most of the time. But being nice is so underachieving. Like, I will buy things so that I can hang out or do, or like contribute. I'll buy things to contribute. Like, I'll be hanging out with some of my friends, and so I'll buy sodas. But then we end up going out, so the sodas are in my car. Or I will want to do something with somebody else, and I'll buy snacks. Because, oh yeah, duh, we always hang out and watch TV. We're gonna need snacks. And then I forget the snacks at home. You know, stuff like that. So, buying stuff doesn't usually always work. Unless you know exactly what's gonna happen, when it happens, and you're ready for it, buying things, usually you end up backfiring on you. Also, if you're being nice for nice's sake, that usually turns on you for the worst too. Like, say that you volunteer to do something for an individual person, but then as soon as you get done, they say, okay, I'm going to pay you for that. The job's not very good. It's basically what you would have done for yourself, and you know that it's not good and you're trying to do better, but they still want to pay you for it. You know, you don't feel good because it's not done to perfection, and you feel like they're just kind of forcing money on you because they couldn't do it themselves. I know that that might sound weird to some people. I shared that story with this one guy, and he was like, just take the money. And I'm kind of, and I am, I'm kind of having to, because it doesn't matter how many times I say, I'll do it another way, or I'll try again, or I'll at least find somebody that can. It's like, oh, don't worry about it, I'll just pay you the whatever I agreed to pay you at the beginning, and blah, 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 blah. So doing things for certain people too doesn't work. So being nice is really a low achievement, guys. But when it's for people that you care about, and it's things that you know that they need, and things that you wouldn't even ask to do, you wouldn't even ask about doing because they mean so much to you. That's the kind of things that you need to do. Make everything in your life that way. And I know that sounds funny because if you're not thinking about it, then you'll do it anyway. Think about the things that you do anyway. Okay? If you open the door for people, that could be something that you've been doing since you were little because your dad taught you this is what you do. If you go to a thrift store and give away your clothes, that's another thing that people don't even think about. Or when you go to the store and instead of blocking somebody's way into the entrance, let them go first and then you go. Like, that's just common courtesy. Being commonly nice to people helps you cultivate the rest of the niceness so that it doesn't feel so unbalanced when you try something. So, I don't know. It's just been an interesting week. Alright. That's all, I guess. I hope that you guys are having a good week. I hope that I get back to you soon. And I hope that you like this. Also, if you wanted to check out some of my notes on Facebook, that would be great. Just leave a comment. If it's set up for public, if it's not, then write me a message and friend me, I guess. See what's going on with me. Please write a message. If I get a random friend notice, I will not friend them. Okay? Just saying. I have to have known you before or know you now. And if I knew you before, usually we had to have been on good terms. So, thank you so much. And I will post all those things below. Bye.